From here onwards, means from problem 4 till 20, the problems will become little difficult compared to the previous problems. But no problem, if you have learnt the previous problems properly, then these problems will be easy for you to solve. Okay, I take up the fourth question here. I read out the fourth question. How many terms of the AP 9, 17, 25 must be taken to give a sum of 636? Means the sum is given, Sn is given, arithmetic progression is given. You will come to know the value of A, you will come to know the value of D, you have to find out the number of terms. Okay, let me do the solution for that. Children, so what is the AP given there? 9, 17, 25, etc. It is given. So then you list down what are all the things that you will come to know. You will come to know the first term, that is 9. You can find the common difference, A2 minus A1, 17 minus 9 is 8. So you will come to know the value of common difference, you will come to know the value of the first term, and of course the sum to n terms is given here, 636. So you have to find the number of terms. How many terms we should add to get the sum 636? So Sn is known, D is known, A is known, only n I have to calculate. So I know the formula to find the sum to n terms of an arithmetic progression, that is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, we substitute the values in their respective places. In the place of Sn I write 636. N I don't know, I have to calculate, so I write n as it is. 2 into A means 9, I substitute here. N I don't know, I write as it is, but D is known, 8, so you write 8 in the place of D. Now simplifying now, 636 equals n by 2, 2 9s is 18, and you remove the bracket here, 8 into n is 8n, plus into minus, minus 8 ones are 8. Now you can simplify 18 and minus 8, so it will become 636 equals n by 2. What is 18 minus 8? It is 10. 10 plus 8n. You have a common factor here. You take out the common factor 2, so that this 2 will get cancelled. 636 n by 2 into 2 is the common factor. 2 5s are 10. 2 4s are 8. I have taken 2 as a common factor. See, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. What is remaining now? 636 is equal to n into 5 plus 4n. Now remove this small bracket. So 636 n into 5, 5n, plus 4n into n, 4n square. Now you transpose this. So what is remaining here? 0 is equal to 5n plus 4n square minus 636. Now rearranging this, you can I will continue. So what I do, I take up here, I just rub out all this. So what I do, I take this and I rewrite like this, 4n square, second degree variable, then the first degree variable, and the constant is equal to 0. So yesterday I told you, when we come across such situation, it is called as quadratic equation, because the degree of the variable is 2. So it is a second degree equation which is called as quadratic equation. How to solve this? That is finding the value of n. We are going to learn more in the chapter quadratic equation, but here I will teach you. So if you forget about this 0, then you will see the trinomial expression. So we know how to factorize the trinomial expression by splitting the middle term. In the same way, we split the middle term. See, 4n square. So I want to split the middle term. So 4n square into minus 636, I multiply now. So 4 6 are 24, 2 carry, 4 3 are 12 plus 2 is 14, 1 carry, 4 6 are 24 plus 1 is 25. So plus into minus minus n square. Then so here the middle term 5n. So I should find the factors such a way the product should give you minus 2544 n square, the sum will give you the 5n. So if I write here, you know how to find the factors, I write the factors directly here. So 48 53s are, when I multiply you will get 2544. You can check by multiplying 48 into 53, or you can go for that factor method 2544. 3 8s are 24, 2 carry, 3 4s are 12 plus 2 14, 5 8s are 40, 4 carry, 5 4s are 20 plus 4 24, 4 4 5 2. So you are getting, but I want plus 5, so I put the minus sign to the smaller number and plus sign to the bigger number. So n plus n. Now I split and write these factors as minus 48n plus 53n minus 636 is equal to 0. Now you have 4 terms there. Group it into 2 terms. Take out the common factor in the first group. So you can take out 4n. So out of 4n square, if you take out 4n as a common factor, n remains there, minus 4 1s are 4 2s are, n has come out, so n minus 12 remains there. Similarly, when you take out 53 here, you will get n minus 12 here is equal to 0. So once again here n minus 12, here n minus 12 you can take out, n minus 12 into 4n plus 53 is equal to 0. So apply the zero product rule. The product of these two is equal to 0, means any one of them should be 0. Which is 0 we don't know. We equate each of the factor to 0. n minus 12 is equal to 0 or 4n plus 53 is equal to 0. So n will go, minus 12 will go that side and it will become 12. So you will get the value of n as 12. When you solve this linear equation, you will get plus 3 goes that side, minus 53, n is equal to minus 53 by 4. See, you got the value of n. But n is always a positive integer. So therefore, rejecting the negative value, we take, so n is always positive integer. So therefore, number of terms is equal to 12. So this is the conclusion. See, it is a 3 or 4 marks question. Very important thing is you will get a quadratic equation. How I solve this quadratic equation, you are learning more in the chapter quadratic equation, but here I have introduced, this is called splitting method of factorization, as you did in the previous class. Splitting method for factorizing a trinomial, same, only the thing that you should know here is apply the zero product rule here. Equate each of the factor to 0 and solve the 2 simple linear equation, you will get the value of n. Why we reject the negative value? Because n is always a positive integer. So I reject this, I consider this, we will come to know the number of terms is 12. Here, children, the first term of an AP is 5. First term is 5. The last term is 45. I mean the AN or the L is 45, and the sum is 400. Total number of, sum of the total number of terms is 400. Find the number of terms and the common difference. Means once again you should find n and the common difference. So first we list down what is the data given and then we solve the problem. Do the solution for the 5th question. The first term of an AP is 5. 5th question I am solving. First term is 5 and the last term is 45. So last term is either denoted by AN or L is 45, and then the sum of the given terms is Sn is equal to 400. So you have been asked to find the value of n and the common difference. Okay. So now Sn is known, An last term is known, first term is known. So you can make use of the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. So you substitute the values in the respective places. Sn is 400, n is not known, so write as it is. A is known 5 plus last term An or L, that is 45. Okay. Then 400 is equal to n by 2. What is 45 plus 5 is 50. 50. So from 250 will go 25 times. Now 400 is equal to 25n. So 400 by 25 is equal to n. 25 ones are 25, 15 remains, 150, 25 6 are. So n is equal to 16. So we came to know the value of n. But still we have to calculate the d. That is the second part of the question. So we take the given nth term. So what is given? Given An is equal to 45. But what is An? But An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into d. Now in the place of An you write 45. A it's given in the question 5, you write 5 here. N just now you have calculated, you replace it by 16, and d is also not known, so we have to calculate, so we write d as it is. So 45, 5 plus 16 minus 1 is 15d. Then this will come here, 45 minus 50 is equal to 50d. 45 minus 5 is 40 is equal to 15d. Therefore d is equal to 40 by 15. So 5 8s are 40, 5 3s are. So what is the value of d? You will get 8 by 3. So this is the value of d. So first we calculate the number of terms, then we go for the common difference. To find the common difference, you make use of the nth term, write the formula, substitute the values, simplify, you will get the value of d. So this is the solution for your fifth question. I pass on to the sixth question, children. The first and the last term of an AP are 17 and 350. First term means A is 17, last term means L, 350. If the common difference is 9, so D is given. How many terms are there and what is their sum? So first term and the last term. So you have to find the sum here. So first we should find n, how many terms are there, then we should go for the sum. So I will do the solution for the sixth question now. Okay, what is given? I list down now. First term is given A is 17. Last term An, or it can also be called as L, it is given 350. Then n we don't know. Then common difference is given 9. Okay, so we make use of this formula. An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, now substitute the values in the respective places. An means 350, I write 350. A means 17, n I don't know, I have to calculate. D is given 9. Now simplification. This 350, 17 plus 9n minus 9 ones are 9. Now you simplify 17 minus 9. What is 17 minus 9? It is 8. 8 plus 9n. Then you transpose this. 350 minus 8 is equal to 9n. So when you subtract, you will get 342 is equal to 9n. Then because of the product, when you transpose 9, it comes to denominator is equal to n. So from 9 it goes, 9 3s are 27, 7 remainder, 9 8s are 72. So you will get n is equal to 38. But you cannot stop the problem here because you have been asked to find the sum. So when the last term and the first term are known, you can make use of this formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus L. Now you substitute in their respective places. N just now you have calculated 38, you replace n by 38. A is given 17. 219 times 19, 350 plus 7 is 367. Now you multiply and you keep the answer. I will leave for you to multiply and keep. You multiply 19 into 367, or let me do it. So 367 into 19, 9 sevens are 63. So you will get 6973. So that is the sum of the n terms of the given arithmetic progression. Okay, we pass on to the 7th question now. I read out the question. Find the sum of first 22 terms of an AP. So you should find the sum of 22 terms in which D is equal to 7 and 22nd term is 149. Means A is not given here. So if you find A, then it will become easy for you to find the sum up to 22 terms. So it's very easy problem. So I will teach you now how to do this. Let me take the solution. 7th question. What is given? I list down. So I have to find sum to 22 terms. Question mark. I don't know. Then what is given there? It is given D is equal to 7. Then 22nd term is 149. Means you have to calculate A. You have to calculate A. Then you can go to calculate the sum of 22 terms. I make use of this. So we know that AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D is the formula used to find the nth term. You replace this AN by A22. A is not known. N you will come to know here 22. So 22 minus 1. What is D here? 7. Now you replace this A22 by the given value, that is 149. A plus, what is 22 minus 1? It is 21 into 7. Then 149, you find the product there. 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14. Then this will come here 149. When plus comes this side, it becomes minus. 147 is equal to A. Subtract now, you will get A is equal to 2. So we came to know the first term, but we cannot stop the problem because we have to find S22. I know the last term here, so I make use of this formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. So S22 is equal to, in the place of n you will come to know that you have to substitute 22. A just now you have calculated 2. Last term means this one, A22, 149. From 2 it goes 11 times. So 11, what is 149 plus 2? It is 151. Multiply now, 11 ones are 11, 1 carry. 11 5s are 55 plus 1 is 56, 5 carry, 11 ones are 11 plus 5 is 16. So this is the sum of the first 22 terms of the given arithmetic progression. So it's a very simple problem. We calculated A first, then we calculated the sum. I hope you have understood. Okay, we pass on to the 8th question now. Okay, 8th question. Yeah. Find the sum of. Okay, 8th question. Find the sum of first 51 terms of an AP whose second and third terms are 14 and 18 respectively. So second term is given, third term is given, consecutive terms. So easily you can find D. Then after D you can calculate A. Once when you come to know A and D, you can calculate the sum to 51 terms. So the first thing that we should do here is we should find the D. Let me teach you how to find D now. Solution to the question number 8. Given I write second term is 14, A2 is 14, third term is 18, A3 is equal to 18. See, consecutive terms. When consecutive terms are given, you can easily find the common difference. How will you find the common difference? A3 minus A2. What is A3? 18 minus 14. So D is equal to 4. So you come to understand the value of D is 4. Now you take any one of the term here, you calculate A. See how I calculate A now? A given, so I write here, given A2 is equal to 14. How will you write A2? A plus D, second term in the standard form, is equal to 14. You just now, we got the value of D, you replace here, A plus 4 is equal to 14. 4 will go there, it becomes 14 minus 4, A is equal to 10. So I came to know A. So I know A, I know D. Now I go for the sum. What is the formula? Sn is equal to n by 2, 2A plus n minus 1 into D. So you should find the sum to 51 terms. In the question it has been asked to find the sum to 51 terms. So n is 51 by 2, 2 into A is 10 plus n is 51 minus 1. What is D? 4. Now you simplify. From 251 is not exactly divisible, you keep it as it is. You simplify the brackets here, 2 tens are 20, 51 minus 1 is 50, 50 into 4. Then 51 by 2, 20, 54s are 200. Okay, what is 51 by 2 into 220? So from 2 it goes 110, 110 times. So 51 into 110, you multiply now, 11 ones are 11, 1 carry, 11 5s are 55 plus 1 is 56, add 1 0 now. So this is the sum to 51 terms. So 5610. The difference of two consecutive terms. Then we took any one of the given nth term, I calculated A, then I went to find the sum to n terms. So I got the answer as 5610. So this is a solution for your 8th question. Okay, children, I pass on to the 9th question. If the sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 49, sum, yes 7 terms, 49, and that of 17 terms is 289, yes 17 is 289, find the sum of first n terms. I think this has been one of the preparatory examination. So it's a 4 marks question, very important one. So I will teach you now how to find the sum to n terms of the given problem. Okay, what is given? Given S7, sum to 7 terms. Sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 49. 49. So, but Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. This is the formula. You replace this Sn by S7. Means you will come to know the value of n is 7. Wherever n is there, you write 7. 7 by 2, 2 into A I don't know, n is 7, 7 minus 1, D also not known, write D also as it is. You replace this S7 by 49, 7 by 2, 2A plus 7 minus 1 is 6D, 6D. There is a common factor here, you take out so that this 2 will get cancelled. So 49 is equal to 7 by 2 into 2 into A plus 2 3s are 6. Now you see this 2 and this 2 cancels. Because of the product, when you transpose, it comes to denominator. 7 is equal to A plus 3D. So from 7 it goes 7 times. So A plus 3D is equal to 7. Let me call this as equation 1. Go to the second data now. What is the second data given? It is given sum to 17 terms. sum of the next first 17 terms. S17 is equal to 289. Once again, you take the same formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. You replace this by S7. Where n is there, you write 7, and rest of the things not known, you write as it is. 7 by 2 and 17, sorry, 17 by 2, 2 into a is not known, n is 17, minus 1, d is also not known. Now you replace this S17 by 289. So 289 is equal to 17 by 2, 2a, 17 minus 1 is 16d. Once again, you have a common factor here, you take out so that it cancels with 2. So this will be 289, 17 by 2, 2 I take out as a common factor, a plus 8d. This 2 and this 2 cancels. 289 is equal to 17 into a plus 8d. Because of the product, it comes to denominator. 289 by 17 is equal to a plus 8d. It goes 17 times. So a plus 8d is equal to 17. I call it as equation 2. Equation 2. So you got equation 1 and equation 2. In both the equations, you have two variables, a and d of first degree. Such a pair of equation, when they are taken to solve, they are called linear pair of equations. We are going to study more about that in the third chapter, linear equations in two variables. So today I will teach you once again, already we have done in the previous class also. Once again I am teaching you how to find the values of a and d by considering this linear pair of equations now. I continue now. See, here I got a plus 3d, there I got a plus 8d. I write one below the other now. Okay, see, a plus 3d is equal to 7. This is equation 1. A plus 8d is equal to 17. Continuation of the same problem. Okay, now you see, if I subtract, I get this a cancelled because coefficients are same, one will become plus, another one will become minus. Then I can simplify for d. Means I am going to subtract 1 minus 2. So before doing the subtraction, we have to change the sign of the subtrahend. What is the sign here? Plus, change it to minus, plus change it to minus, plus change it to minus. So this will get cancelled. So minus 8 plus 3 is minus 5d, minus 17 plus 7 is minus 10. Then d is equal to minus 10 by minus 5. This minus minus cancels, 5 2s are. You will come to understand d is equal to 2. So now substituting the value of d in any one of this equation, you will get the value of a. Let me substitute in equation 1. So I write substituting the value of d in equation 1. What is equation 1? A plus 3 into d is 2 is equal to 7. What is 3 2s are? 6. Now this 6 will go there. So a is equal to 7 minus 6. A is equal to 1. But you cannot stop the problem. You have been asked to find the sum to n terms. Now you have calculated a, you have calculated d. I go for the calculation of sum to n terms. So formula is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. I want to calculate sum to n terms only. So I take up like this, n remains as it is, but 2 into a is 1 here. So I write 1, n not known, d just now we have calculated 2. Now this will become n by 2, 2 1s are 2, remove the bracket, 2 into n is 2n minus 2 1s are 2. Now this plus 2 and minus 2 cancels. What is remaining? N by 2 into 2n. This 2 and this 2 cancels. So Sn is equal to n into n, n square. So you will get the sum to n terms, that is n square. So this is the solution for 9th question. So I think it is suitable to ask for 4 marks. So practice well, try to solve by yourself. After learning, repeat for 2 to 3 times, you will get the solution very easily. Okay. In the 10th question, show that A1, A2, etc. An form an AP. Means I should find A1, A2, A3, then I should check whether it is in AP or not. Then if An is defined as below, there are 2 sub questions. I work out one question, I leave the second question for you to try. Let me take the first one. See, the nth term is defined as An is equal to 3 plus 4n. Means I find out A1, A2, A3, then I will check whether it is in AP. If it is in AP, then I find the sum to n terms. Okay. Let me take now the first sub question here. An is equal to 3 plus 4n. Okay. 10th one, sub question 1. What is the An given? An is 3 plus 4n. 4n. Okay. Now you put n is equal to 1. You will get A1 3 plus 4 into 1. What is 4 into 1? 4. 3 plus 4. What is 3 plus 4? 7. Put n is equal to 2. A2 3 plus 4 into 2. Only I am substituting the value for n because here n is 2. What is 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Similarly, n is equal to 3. A3 3 plus 4 into 3. 3 plus 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So I told you in the last class also, minimum 3 terms is required to determine a sequence. Now I will check out this sequence is in AP or not. First term is 7, second term is 11, difference is 4, third term is 15, difference is 4. So the difference is constant. So definitely we can say 7, 11, 15, etc. forms an AP, form an arithmetic progression. So you have been asked to check whether this nth term defined by 3 plus 4n form an AP. So we have come to the conclusion it form an AP. Now the second part of the question, if it forms an AP, you have been asked to find the sum to 15 terms. So now you list down what are the things that you will come to know. A is 7 and of course D is equal to A2 minus A1, 11 minus 7 is 4. So D is 4, A is 7 and you have been asked to find the sum to 15 terms, question mark. Now what is the formula to find sum to n terms? Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Now you substitute these values in their respective places. S15 is equal to 15 by 2, 2 into A is 7 plus 15 minus 1, D is 4. From 2 it will not divide exactly, you keep it as it is, 2 7s are 14, 15 minus 1 is 14, 14 into 4. Then 15 by 22, 14, 14 4s are 56. 56 plus 14 is 70. 70. From 2 it goes 35 times. 2 35s are 70. So 15 into 35 I have to multiply. 15 5s are 75, 7 carry, 15 3s are 45 plus 7 is 52. So you will get the sum to 15 terms of this given AP is 525. In the same way, you try the second sub question. If you are unable to find the solution, nothing to worry, we are sending you the notes, and also still if you are unable to understand, we will discuss it in the regular class. 11th question. If the sum of the first n terms of an AP is 4n minus n square, here not an, it is Sn. Sum to n terms is 4n minus n square, defined by 4n minus n square. What is the first term? That is S1. What is the sum of first two terms? What is the second term? Similarly, find the third, the 10th and the nth term. So many things to find, but nothing to worry. It is very simple. I will teach you now. It's a very easy question. So let me do the solution for the 11th question now. The 11th question now. 11th question. What is given? Sum to n terms is defined by 4n minus n square. So this is the sum to n terms of an arithmetic progression. This is given. So put n is equal to 1. What will happen? Let me see. S1, which is equal to 4 into 1 minus 1 square. What is 4 ones are 4? 1 square is 1. What is 4 minus 1? It is 3. So I came to know the sum to one term is 3. Sum to one term is same as the first term. So S1 is same as A1 is same as A. So you will come to understand 3. So we came to know the first term is 3. Now let me take once again the given Sn. So what is Sn? Sn is 4n minus n square. This is given. Now you put n is equal to 2. What will happen? Let me see. S2, wherever n is there, you write 2. So this will become 4 into 2 minus 2 square. What is 4 2s are? 8. 8 minus 2 square is 4. You will come to understand S2 is equal to 8 minus 4 is 4. See? But S2 is what? Sum of two terms. So, but S2 is A1 plus A2, sum of two terms. So you know the sum of two terms is 4, you write here 4. You have already calculated A1, you write 3 there, then easily you will get the second term. So this will come here 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1. So A2 is equal to 1. First term is 3, second term is 1. So when you know the consecutive terms, you can easily find the common difference. So I go to find the common difference. D is equal to A2 minus A1. What is A2? Just now you have calculated 1. What is A1? 3. What is 1 minus 3? Minus 2. So you came to know the value of D is minus 2. Now I go to calculate the nth term. What is the formula? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So An I write as it is because I have to calculate the nth term. A I know it's 3, I substitute here. N I don't know, I write as it is, but D is calculated minus 2. So use the bracket, I told you so many times. So 3, now remove the bracket, minus 2n, minus into minus is plus 2. What is 3 plus 2? It is 5. So An is equal to 5 minus 2n. So you will come to know the value of An. Now easily you can calculate the third term and the 10th term. Now tell me, what will you do to calculate A3? So 5 minus 2 into 3. In the place of n, you just write 3. What is 2 3s are? 6. 5 minus 6. What is 5 minus 6? It is minus 1. So that is the third term here. Similarly, if you want to find the 10th term, so 5 minus 2 into 10. What is 2 10s are? 20. What is 5 minus 20? It is minus 15. So the third term is minus 1 and the 10th term is minus 15. So the problem concludes here. So you have been asked to find the nth term, third term and 10th term. To find the nth term, third term and 10th term, you need to calculate D. How I calculated D? First I find A1, then I calculate A2, the difference will give you D, then you substitute here, you can easily simplify and to get the given solution. Okay. 12th question. Find the sum of first 40 positive integers divisible by 6. means you should find the sum of first 40 positive integers which are divisible by 6. So it's very simple. I will teach you now how to do the solution for this 12th question. You have been asked to find the sum of first 40 positive integers which are divisible by 6. So I write like this: the first 40 positive integers which are divisible by 6 are. So the first number which is divisible by 6 is 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12, 6 threes are 18. Like that it will go on. So now here you will come to know A, you will come to know D, but you don't know N. But here it is given up to 40 terms. So now I write like this: 6 plus 12 plus 18 plus etc. up to 40 terms. See, up to 40 terms. Now you will come to know N. Why I wrote 40 terms? Because you have been asked to find the first 40 positive integers which are divisible by 6. Now it is very easy, children. What is A here? First term 6. What is D? As usual, A2 minus A1, 12 minus 6, which is equal to 6. So you will come to know the D, you will come to know the A. Then N is given here 40. So N is 40. So you have been asked to find S40 question mark. So when A, D, N are known, what is the formula that we make use? That is Sn is equal to N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Now you replace S40 in the place of N40. Then 2 into A is 6 plus 40 minus 1. What is D here? 6. So write 6. From 2 it goes 20 times. So what is remaining now? 20. 2 6 are 12. What is 40 minus 1? 39 into 6. Okay, then 20, 12, multiply now. 6 9s are 54. 5 carry, 6 3s are 18. 18 plus 5 is 23. Then 20 into 234 plus 12 is 246. 2 6s are 12. 1 carry, 2 4s are 8 plus 1 9. 2 2s are 4. Add 0 now. So this is the sum of the first 40 positive multiples of positive integers which are divisible by 6. So the only thing is, first you should identify which are the numbers divisible by 6. Then you take it for the sum. Up to how many terms? 40 terms. Then you will come to know what is A, what is D and what is N. Substitute in the formula, you will get the solution. I take up the 13th question. Find the sum of first 15 multiples of 8. So first 15 multiples of 8. I should find the sum of first 15 multiples. Last question they asked you divisible by 6. Here they are asking you multiples of 8. Okay. 13th question. So first 15 multiples of 8. So I write the first 15 multiples of 8 are 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, 8 threes are 24. It will go on like that. So now I take up 8 plus 16 plus 24 plus etc. up to 15 terms. Why? Because it is given you should find the sum of first 15 multiples. So I take up to 15 terms. Then the remaining is easy. What is A here? 8. How will you find D? D is equal to A2 minus A1. A2 is 16. 16 minus 8. 16 minus 8 is 8. So you will come to know the value of D. You know already A. and n is 15 terms. So n is equal to 15. Yes, 15 is equal to question mark. So we find the sum now. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now you replace n by 15. So 15 by 2. 2 into a is 8. You write 8. N 15. D is 8. So write 8 here. So 15 is not exactly divisible by 2. So you write as it is. 2 8s are 16. 15 minus 1 is 4. 14 into 8. Now remove the smaller bracket now. 15 by 2. 16 plus 112. Now when you add, you will get 15 by 2. 128. 128. From 2 it goes 64 times. Now multiplication of 15 into 64. 15 4s are 60. 6 remainder. 15 6 are 90 plus 6 is 96. So that is the sum of the first 15 multiples of 8. 960.